So you and your team have entered a hackathon and you want to come up with a solution that will absolutely blow the judges away. I've led 2 separate teams to win the United Nations World Summit on the Information Society hackathons, and here are my top 3 tips for creating a solution that will help you win. Number 1, focus on the minimum viable audience. And I want to be very clear here. A lot of people participate in a hackathon because they have grand ambitions and they have grand ideas. But if you're not able to drill down to the individual or household level and show the benefits of your solution to those people, then anything you can say about changing the world will end up falling flat. You have to be able to benefit somebody in a specific way. And that means very narrowly defining your beneficiaries or audiences. And this is also best practice when it comes to cutting edge marketing. When I went to school, we learned about how to break down demographic variables and understand the markets from that angle. But today's way of thinking, we really have to focus in on very specific niche interests. And so these individuals come at the intersection of multiple interest areas. So it's not enough for me to say I'm going to focus on 20 to 30-year-olds in Norway. It's not even enough for me to say I'm going to focus on 20 to 30-year-olds who are in higher education. And it's still not enough to say I'm going to focus on 20 to 30-year-olds in higher education in Norway focusing on computer science. I need to know what are their interests. What do they care about? What do they love? What are they really fixated on? And that enables me to craft a persona of that individual. And so your solution should focus in on that individual and not try to target some broad general audience. Tip number 2, keep your solution narrowly focused on one specific problem. In the process of coming up with a solution, you might have realized that there are a million different problems that are associated with what you're trying to fix. And innovators are really good about coming up with a lot of different ideas and a lot of different solutions. But what a hackathon jury will want to see is a very specific solution that's very customized to a very specific problem. And what that means is that you need to know your problem area like the back of your hand. And you need to be able to drill down to a very specific aspect of that problem and understand the experiences of people who have that problem. One problem, one solution. And number 3, scale up, not scale down. One of the challenges a lot of innovators face is understanding the scope of the problem. And so they want to tackle a big, intractable problem and solve it. And while this is very ambitious and very laudable, and any solution will be regarded as infeasible by the jury. So focus in on a problem that a very specific group of people experience. Find a way of solving that problem and expand outward. Don't start with a broad solution and try to show how it fixes a very narrow problem. Instead, show how your solution solves a very narrow problem and how it may also be able to solve the same issue in other areas or in different contexts, cultures, or groups of people. So top 3 ways to create a solution that will win a hackathon. Number 1, focus on the minimum viable audience. Number 2, one problem, one solution. And number 3, scale up, not scale down.